Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into Lux Lumen GR. GR is standing for Gear Reviews. Today I will be reviewing a flashlight I got off of GearBest. It's the Convoy C8 flashlight. I live in the US, this came from China, and this is what it came in. I'm not sure if it, switched hands a couple times, but I was hoping it would come into a box, not this bubble package right here. Anyways, this is what the flashlight comes in also. Just a cheap little box. Really no protection besides, let me flip it open really quick, besides this little flimsy bubble wrap. It came in. There was no damage to the flashlight. The bag was kind of smushed up a little bit. The box is squished a little bit, but the flashlight came in perfect condition, so I guess I can't complain too much. Palm sized. Perfect light for, you can even mount this on a rifle if you like to, above your scope or on a side rail or something like that. Nice little flashlight. Nice finish on it right here. Black finish. It's like a satin black. It's nice and smooth. Just the texture of it feels really good. It has like a grippy kind of texture to it almost. This is how it comes. There's no instructions. There's no nothing. Just the flashlight itself and the lanyard. The lanyard has a little small hole right here that the lanyard attaches to, which doesn't get in the way for tail standing. So tail standing is not a problem at all for this flashlight. The reflector on this thing is nice and smooth, polished. It's a nice little reflector, nice and deep too. Has the Cree XM-L2 U2 1A LED emitter in there. Very bright. On the website, it said that it's pushing out anywhere from 500 to 1,000 lumens. But the actual lumens that it's pushing out is 960 lumens according to the website. I never did any testing on it at all, so hopefully closer to the end of this video I'll put it on the lux meter on my phone and see what it's pushing out, and hopefully calculate the numbers if I don't forget. So let's hope I don't forget. Let's start off by the knurling right here. It feels smooth, but once you actually put a little pressure on it, it doesn't slip. It's a pretty good grip to it. It's nothing aggressive, it just grips perfectly. This flashlight fits in your hand great. The only thing, I'm not really a huge tail cap person. Tail cap's fine, but I'd rather have a button right up here, right here or wherever's easy for them to put it on this thing. A side switch is a lot better to me, more convenient, I think. You're holding it in your hand like this, you don't want to have to go like this all the time, and you can't push it with your palm at all, so I think putting a side switch right here would be perfect, would be great. Let me break this thing down. The threads on this thing are butter smooth. You can hear them, they sound kind of burry, but they're not. They are butter smooth. Let's see if it'll focus in on here. And they're all square cut. They're nice and lubed too. Got a nice O-ring right here. So inside, nice spring, nice gold-plated spring, very springy. Works great. Let me put that back. Actually, no, I'll leave that down in there. Let me take this part off right here. O-ring right there. This thing is supposed to be IPX rated 8. Which is up to, or down to, 6 feet underwater, so 2 meters. Let's see here, see if it'll focus. It's got the 7135 chips in there. I see 4 of them. There may be more on the other side, close to the LED. I could not tell you, but the spring is nice. It's got a flat spring right there. Instead of it being, let me see, instead of it being, coned up to a tip, this is the same size spring all the way down. It actually kind of cones down towards the board more. So you're going to have great contact on this spring. And again, even the Even the threads on here are square cut. Everything's perfect. Now when putting this back together, the unfinished threads that are right here, they go towards the head. Just so you know. So let me open this up right here. And listen to that. Just the sound of it and the feel of it, it's great. Got a little bit of fingerprints on there, but this is a nice nice glass piece in there. Let me take this thing out. There we go. There's your reflector. I don't really see any burrs, bumps. It's really smooth, polished. There doesn't seem to be any flaws in it besides maybe some stuff that I... Oh, hold on a second. Nope. I thought there was something in there, but it's not. I mean, a little bit of stuff in there. That's probably from me taking it apart earlier before I brought it outside. Anyways, it's a great reflector. Great lens. I'm not sure if you can see the anti-glare coating on it, but it does have anti-glare coating on it. Here is your Cree XM-L LED, and I don't think it's going to focus in there. Oh, you can see it says Cree. Great LED. You can not sure. Trying to get the light right. Right in the far corner over here, but just below the positive contact, you can see the thermal paste in there. So they put thermal paste in this thing here. I ran it. It doesn't get too hot at all. That's even on high, as high as it can get. Ran it for a good half hour after doing my outdoor testing video. I did the outdoor testing video first, just to try it out to give my honest opinion on it. And then there we go. Let's see. Let's put this all back together. Now this will hold both an unprotected and a protected battery. This is the button top right here battery. Let's see. Focus. There you go. Button top battery. Just came with my Ultra Fire flashlight, which I'll be doing a review on that also. Then I got a nice Panasonic right here. This is protected, and you can probably see the height difference in a protected and non-protected battery because of this little chip right here that sits on there. It stops it from overcharging and under discharging, so it protects the battery. It may prevent a little bit of power output, from what I've been told from others, that having it protected like that kind of limits the power coming out of it. So if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. As far as I know, that's what I've been told. And after throwing this into one of my Ultrafire things and throwing this in there also, I can see a slight difference, even though this is a, not the greatest battery. There's no way it's 3600 mAh. It's more like probably 26 to 2800, if that. This one here is a 3400 mAh. So 18650 works good. Let me show you the difference in the battery. Protected, or the unprotected one sits almost flush, and you can put the springs in there, no problem. Excuse me, I got a cold. And then also the protected. That's the height difference. Now this thing screws down on there. If I can get it started. There we go. Screws in perfectly. Woo, and it's bright. Okay guys, sorry about that. When I turned the light on, my camera for some reason was only recording at 10 minutes, and as soon as I turned the light on, that's when it stopped and went back to the counter, and I kept on going with the review, not even paying attention to my time counter, and I have to come back and do it again. So back to the Convoy C8. It has 8 modes, not 8 modes, sorry, excuse me. It has 5 modes. On the website it says it has 8 modes, in which it kind of does, I guess, because it has 2 different mode groups. The first mode group has 3, which is your standard high, or low, medium, and high. And then it has another mode group, which is low, medium, high, strobe, and SOS. So I'm going to show you the first ones first, the first three, which is the first mode. I'm going to show you low. That's low, I hope. Yes, it is. And see how it flashed right there? I'll let you know why in a minute. So that's low. That's medium. Now low is 5%, medium is 50% power. And then we have high. And I can feel that heat on my hand. It feels great. My fingers are cold. Let me warm them up for a minute. There we go. So back off to that. It does have memory, so when I turn it back on, it's going to be right back on the bright again. We're on the bright setting. Supposed to be 960 lumens. Like I said, I never did check it, so I can't really verify it. Hopefully, I will do a lux meter test on this thing later in the video. If not, I will come back to this with a second video on most of the flashlights I'll be doing and doing lux tests on those. So let me turn this thing off. I'm going to turn it back on and then switch to low. I'm going to turn it off really quick. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Let me go back to low again. There's low. It'll blink. As soon as it blinks, you turn it off. Now you're into the second mode group. Now, turn it back on again. I have the low, medium, and I'm just half pressing the tail on this. High, and now we have a strobe warning, people, so if you're sensitive to strobe, that's coming up next. There we go. And this strobe, I mean, just me looking at it is blinding. It's a great strobe. As soon as you shine this to somebody's face, they're definitely going to be confused. And yes, this thing is... Okay, I got to stop it. Now we're going to go to SOS mode. SOS. There you go. Those are all the mode groups. Then if you want to get back to just your standard 3 modes, turn it back on. You go to low. Right after it blinks, turn it off. And then turn it back on. Should be on low. You get your medium. And you get your high. Low, medium, high. Now this flashlight is a thrower for sure. Like I said, I tested it before I did this review, or started the beginning of this review. I tested it outside first, just to give my honest opinion. Let me see if I can. Let me turn the lights off and see if this will help a little bit. So that's low. Now you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can see over on this side right here. It's got like a triple ring. It's got your hot spot. It has your spread right here, and then it has the outer ring. So it's not there now. You can see it right here. This little ring right here. Higher you go, the better it gets. So let me get to on. Oh, that was high. My battery must be getting low from me playing with it earlier. So you can't really see the spill in this, but I mean outside. But I did do it outside. There was other light pollution. I did it outside my apartment, so there was light pollution, preventing from seeing the full, the full spill, the full flood look, basically. But the hot spot on this thing is extremely. I mean, I can feel the heat. I'm about, I'd say, 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet above it, and I can feel that heat. It's warming my fingers up big time. So it does get a little warm, but nothing to where you can't just keep on holding it. This thing on. You can see the dust in my apartment, but yeah, you can just see that beam right there. That's how it is outside. This thing throws a nice solid beam. It's a thrower. It's starting to get a little bit warm, but not uncomfortable to the touch at all. So let me turn the light back on really quick. So you have no worries. I mean, if you're outside and you know, taking walks in the woods. You could even mount this on your bike if you really wanted to. Those little bike mounts will mount right on there and clip it onto that thing, so you'd have no problem, you know, shining way, way ahead of you. I mean, hundreds of yards ahead of you. I speak in yards, not meters. I'm a hunter, like I explained in my in the up and coming outdoor test of this light. So, great light, highly recommend it, and I can't wait to get a host of this for this light, because this thing throws so good. I mean, you can just see the lightsaber beam on high. Even on low you can see it. The naked eye. I'm not sure if you can be able to see it in the video, but you can see it the naked eye, no problem. And this thing right here throws for hundreds of yards. Now what I want to do is I want to make a good throwing light for hunting. So what I'm going to do is get a Cree, I think it's an XPE2 green emitter. So a Cree XPE2 green emitter, and put it in this host with a single mode buck driver. And this thing's going to get mounted onto my gun, or it's going to get mounted on my crossbow, and the coyotes are going to fear me. So that's what's going to happen, and I can't wait to do it. And once I do that, I will also share my review on that, on how the light, you know, shines out, how far it gets, stuff like that. So coming up next will be the outdoor test. I do have to tell you, it's cold here, it's snowing, so I was breathing kind of heavy, sniffing a lot because it's cold outside and there was snow out there, so please excuse that. Like I said, I probably got a cold from doing that review. I did a couple takes because I had so many cars going by, it just kind of ruined everything. So up next will be the outdoor test, and you guys will see the lightsaber. Okay, stay tuned. Alright guys, outside my apartment here, I'm going to do the beam test, see how far this thing can reach. Might have the random car passing it out. Got a little fresh powder of snow on the ground here. So let's start off with the low mode. That's low mode. Got a nice little hot spot. Trees right there. Tree in that building over there is about 80 yards away. So this is on low mode. Lights up those construction barrels pretty good. License plates on the trailers right there. And you can light up that building's 80 yards away right there also. So this thing throws pretty good. I like it. Let's see if we can get this tower. Not really. See a little bit of a beam right there too from low mode. Let's go into medium. There we go. Much better. There's the trees. They're about 20 yards away. 80 yards. Lighting that building up. Building across over there is 125 yards away. I don't talk in meters, I talk in yards. I'm a hunter, so yards it is. Not sure if you guys can see it, but light that house up over there, it's 150 yards away. That house. The trees above it. Yeah, lights it up nice. Let's check out this tower here. There we go. Nice beam too. This thing's nice. Lights that building up, no problem. Lights up the other building over there. People's houses. Let this car go by before I blind it. Let's see, there we go. Let's put this sucker in high mode now. There we go. Trees again, 20 yards. Nice hot spot on there. Nice hot spot on the building. Let's see. That building there lights up no problem. Definitely see the trees now over there. Right past those lights, or the power lines right there. The tree way back there is about 250 yards away. No problem. Look at that beam. Nice and solid. You can just see the moisture in the air too, all the little snowflakes floating around. Not sure how well the quality is on the video, but this thing is a beast. I'll show you a strobe on the snow. There's strobe. That thing's pretty wicked. I mean, it's a definitely confuse a person for sure if you shine it in their face and hit this strobe. Like, look at that. Let's do that building over there. Look at that is nuts. Then you got your SOS beacon going on. That's it. Put it back to low, turn it off. Might go back to beacon again, I think. Yeah, well. Nope, that's low. Strobe. Turn it off. Turn it back on low. Let it do its thing again. Once it flashes, we can change it. Turn it right off. Turn it on. High. Ah, come on now. Let me try it again. Let it blink, and right after it blinks, turn it off. Wait a couple seconds. Turn it back on. There's low. There's medium. There's high. Low mode is at 5%. Medium is at 25%. High mode is at 100%. There we go. And hopefully it goes back to low. Oops. There we go. Yep. So, this little dude right here is a beast. This thing can throw. Especially for being just a nice LED in there. It's got the Cree XM-L2 U2 A1. Great little LED. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a host for this. Another host. Convoy C8 host. I'm going to put an XPE2 green emitter in it, and then attach this thing to my rifle or to my crossbow for coyote hunting. See how well that thing, how well the light shines through this reflector. I mean, this thing's nice, deep reflector on it. I mean, it's super polished, nice and smooth. I mean, it's great. I also got to have another lens coming. It's infrared blue lens or something like that. I don't know. I bought it somewhere in China. It should be here. The blue lens. It's going to be on this light for hunting. Great for tracking blood. So I guess the blue just makes the blood just pop. So gonna get that lens. I'm gonna test it out also. I'll probably do a video on that lens. See how well it works. I'm not gonna have any blood to do it, but I'll just show you how blue it is and how well it works. All right, let's get back up top into the apartment. It's kind of cold out here. Continue this in a minute. Okay, now that the outdoor test is finished, I'd like to give you guys my final thoughts on this light, the Convoy C8, which I got from GearBest. I got it for $14, we'll just say $15, just under $15. That's obviously shipped. It took, I'd say, roughly 15 days to get here. If that, 15, maybe 16 days to get here. But again, like I said, it may have changed hands because I'm hoping they sent it in a box. Then once they got across the border to here, maybe they, once they got into the UPS tracking hands, this says UPS tracking right there, maybe when it got into their hands, they might have put it into the bubble wrap. But nonetheless, the light came undamaged, still in the box. I also had two other little ultra fire. Let me see if I can grab one. Just these little, dinky lights that are in here. I'll be doing a review on those also. They mount on your bike. It's supposed to be 300 lumens. We will see, because I think 300 lumens you'll be able to tell with your naked eye if it's actually 300 lumens or not. So, my final thought is, well worth the money. Great quality. I mean, the finish on this is smooth. There's no bare spots anywhere in the finish. You may see a little bit of, let me see if I get that, a little bit of stuff right there, like a little shiny part. That's just dust from my dusty old apartment, of course. Other than that, everything is smooth. Great flashlight. Threads are amazing on this thing. Butter smooth. The reflector on this is great. The lens itself is great. I'm also getting another lens for this. It's a it doesn't look blue to the eye, the lens, but as soon as you turn the light on, the light coming out of the lens does come out to like a babyish blue, which is great for us hunters for tracking deer. The blue helps the blood pop out so we can see it a lot better, more visible. So I'm going to throw the lens on here. Hopefully be able to try that out before the end of the year or so. So great flashlight. Oh, there's one other thing I'd like to tell you guys. Like I said, it has memory function. So let me click this on again. That's low. Once it blinks, I'm going to turn it off. Now it has memory function in every single mode, which includes the SOS and the strobe. So let me, low, medium, strobe's coming up in a second. Strobe, I'm going to let it go on for 3 seconds. I'm going to turn it off. Now when I turn it back on, it's back to strobe again. So if you guys are walking and you want to use this just for self-defense wise, let's say you have a smaller light with you that doesn't have a very, very good strobe, but you want to use it for walking because it's more of a floodlight, you can do that. But you can also carry this light with you, and then, in your back pocket or in your little side pocket or something like that, or for the women even in your purse, or however you guys, whatever you guys carry with you to walk. You can leave this thing on strobe, and then as soon as you, get the timer on it to where it dememorizes the strobe. So just in case something does happen, you guys can pull this out really quick and just boom, hit it, and it's going to be 960 lumens of strobe going to the people's faces. So, which will definitely confuse them, disorient them, and you guys can run left, right, behind, around them. Doesn't really matter. So it does have memory function in all those, in all modes. So there it is, the Convoy C8. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope it was, enough information there for you guys. If you guys want more information on it, feel free to post in the comments. And if you like to, and you do like the video, please hit like and please subscribe, because I will be having more flashlight videos coming. I will be doing it on, let me see, the Ultrafire, the budget light of budget lights, on eBay, of course. And I will show you the difference between the real Ultrafire and the knockoff Ultrafire that said it was an Ultrafire, but it was not. So you guys can stay tuned for those. I'll also be doing a review, up and coming review on other flashlights, chargers, hopefully batteries if I get into it enough. Hopefully batteries. So please stay tuned. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And wish you guys all good luck.